friends, welcome to episode 2 of Chess Puzzles Live. As you can see, I'm not a very good chess player. Here my puzzle rating on chess.com is hovering around 1700 with around 60% solved puzzles. And I decided to share my experience with novice player, with beginners and lower rated players, and I hope that we shall together try to understand how to think in solving chess puzzles, how to think in chess in general. So let's start for today. So here is the first puzzle. We shall try to detect threats by both sides here. Black is actually threatening here with the queen, protected by the bishop, and no other clear threats here. What can we do? We are always white here, so how can we proceed here? We have several threats actually here. If we can remove this knight safely, we can take the bishop here. Also, if we can remove this queen here somehow, we shall be able to take the bishop here. And let's try to do something here. We can also check here, forcing queen exchange of queens. And what after that? And what after that? So, pretty hard puzzle for the beginning. Queen takes queen, and this so after queen exchange, king will need to move. Not here, probably here, not here because of the rook on c file, and when we move with when black moves with the king here, we can actually check here and then take the bishop as planned. Maybe this is not. Maybe this is. And if the king moves here, it's the same position. So let's try to exchange queens first. Yes, and we check here, and then we attack the king. Yes. Okay, be careful. Our knight is attacked, so we shall take with the knight. We shall take the bishop. We shall take the bishop with the knight. Yes, solved. So let's move to the next puzzle. Again, pretty complex position. Okay. So white is threatening to take the pawn here. What else? Okay. What can black do? Let's see what can black do. Many possibilities here. We can double rooks here. So can we check somehow? Yeah, here we lost the queen immediately. Okay. Okay. Okay, maybe we can. We shall try something soon. Pretty complex this one is. So okay, this rook on. No, again my finger slipped. We shall retry. So this rook on e2 is protected only by king. So we shall force this. Try to force this white king to move. Let's try this. No. Okay. Maybe. This, oh yes. And now we take the rook, and now we take another rook. Okay. And also we take the bishop after that. Except if he protect like this with the queen. Oh, this was somewhat difficult. Let's go on. So this is pawn endgame. We somehow need to advance our pawns to promote and to prevent this white pawn for promoting. So what can we do here? If we go here, both pawns will be lost taken by this pawn and by the white king. We also need our king pretty close to this pawn on d5. So let's try to move here. Yes. And how to proceed? If we take the pawn, white will prevent us for will take both our pawns actually here. So we can go straight ahead here, and yes, our pawn is unstoppable here. Okay, let's move to the next puzzle. So again, pretty much an endgame position. Black is threatening with two connected pawns. This is very serious threat actually. We need to be quick. We need to be quick. So we can check either this way with the rook, this way with the rook, and this way with the king, with the queen, which is the best option here. So okay, maybe I need this rook for this check, and if I check first here, black king will flee here, then we check again, then he can flee here. So and then we can okay, not sure, but I shall try this first. Okay, and what to do now? Okay, oh yes, our queen is attacking the black queen here, so we shall simply check and we shall simply take the queen. Okay, let's move on. So this is almost an opening, early middle game, let's say, and black has very strong d-file, two rooks and the queen. Our rook on the d1 is indeed protected by three pieces, queen, rook and knight, but we must be very careful and we must somehow the first thought is somehow to take this pawn, this rook on d3 safely. What can we also do here? Okay. So I can't see any other options here. I shall try to take the rook first. I shall try to take the rook first here, and okay. And what now? Our knight on c3 is not protected. We can of course take the queen, but is that the best here? Probably not. Okay, okay, but we can try to attack with the rook here. Our queen is protected by the knight on c3, and if black takes the knight, we can take the rook here, and we are actually attacking the queen. So let's try it. Yes, and we shall take the rook. Okay, let's move on. White is again threatening to promote pretty quickly in 2 moves. Also, our pawn on d5 here is not protected, so we need to be quick here. But white king is also not on the good position. He cannot move. He cannot move on to the back to the third rank because of our rook. So we can try to check with the bishop either this way or this way. I prefer this way because then we shall be able to go with the rook here. So let's try this. Okay, and that was actually correct. And white king cannot move here because of the bishop, cannot move here because of the pawn on f7. So we can almost do this, but be careful. Be careful because of the. We must be careful because of the bishop on g4 here. Okay, what we achieve if we attack like this? He cannot move back because of the bishop, so this is checkmate. Almost now. Okay, is it now? Almost, but we take the bishop anyway, so this is great. Okay, let's move on to the next puzzle. Oh, rook end game. So we can take the rook, but and also white is threatening to promote very quickly actually. So can we do anything else? I think we cannot do much. We cannot do much here. We can go with our pawn to promote, and if he takes the rook, we shall promote to the queen with the check, but also he can promote first. So I shall take the rook here, and I shall then okay, I need to protect from promotion first here, and then I can go to promote first. Yes, solved. Let's move on. Let's move on. So, why decided to attack our queen? Let's take the queen. And what can we do here? If we take the rook, he will take with the queen. And what next? Can we do something with the knight here? Okay. What can we do with the knight on d4? Okay. We can protect the queen and attack white queen. This will be nice, but rook on f2 is protecting this, preventing us from the fork here. And I achieve nothing with this, nothing with this, but I achieve pretty much with this check. Here, this is almost a checkmate actually. I shall try this. And what now? What now? Can we now proceed with the knight somehow? Not yet, it seems. But if we take the queen and black takes here, not clear yet, not clear yet. I want to do this, but not now. So what can we do here now? I shall take the queen. I can't see this. Not correct, but what can we do actually here? Okay. Okay, I was blind. I was pretty much blind here. I can attack with the pawn here. And probably is this something? No. So let's take a hint for this one. Okay, with the rook. Okay, with the rook, I think I cannot move up. I shall try to attack the queen. Is this good? No, he will take my queen. Okay, let's try this. No. So what with the rook? Here, no. Yes, no. No. So what can I do with the rook here? Simply cannot understand this. No. No. What can we do here? Here, protect the queen. No. I tried almost every move here. I simply cannot understand this one. Actually. We already tried this. Oh, we didn't. So is this correct? And now we can take the queen. Yes, okay. Puzzle rating 2100. Okay, this was difficult for me. Next puzzle. Okay. So white is giving check. So we need to react immediately here. And but I prefer to take with the king here, because the rook seems useful here on the second rank here. So I shall take with the king here. And now I can take with the pawn, but what I achieve here? Okay, probably nothing. I shall first check here, and our pawn on d3 was also threatening to promote and to attack the rook on c1, so white's move is pretty much logical, but he loses now the bishop. Okay, let's move on. So this is very nice puzzle. This is very nice puzzle. We can even probably sacrifice the queen here, because we shall then attack with the rook and even checkmate our bishop is helping here. So let's sacrifice the queen first and then check with the rook and then checkmate here. Great. So let's move on. So black is protecting the check here, so black bishop cannot move now, and black is also strong here, but our combination of pawn on c2 and bishop on b3 is also protecting everything here. But black is also threatening to promote here. So what can we do? What can we do here? What can we do here? Okay, we can check here, but what else? We shall lose the bishop, and the rook on h8 will protect the bishop here. So not a good option, but we can actually also check with the queen here. And we can also play here, threatening to checkmate on f7. Okay, what can we also do? Our rooks are pretty much useless here. I can't see anything else useful here. There are plenty of options, but like this, but no immediate threats actually. Okay. I shall try first this. Probably wrong, but let's try. Yes, it's wrong. So what if I check here? Wrong. What if I check here? That was good. And what now? What can we do now? Threaten to promote? No, it will be taken with the queen easily. So threatening to checkmate here. No. Okay. Okay, let's take the hint for this queen. Queen somehow need to react here. What now? What now? Shall we try this? Indeed. Okay, I don't get this. I really don't get this. Let's move on. So what black has here? Okay. Not pretty much here, actually. So, what can we do here? Okay, we can attack something with the queen probably to double attack the knight on c5. And he cannot protect the queen here on a5. But black can actually protect here. So I don't get it. what can we do next here? We can of course take the knight, and black will take with the queen, and what next? And what can we do after that? Maybe something with this knight here. Or here. I shall try to take the knight here now. So what to move here? Oh, trying this probably. Or this. Wow, this was correct actually. Why he didn't move the pawn actually? I cannot see why he didn't move the pawn. Probably because I will attack, because I will take the pawn here, and if he if he protects with this pawn, I will take it, and if he protects with this, I will take the rook. Oh, that I was blind here, so I take this and I take this. Okay, let's few more. So white is threatening to checkmate with the queen, but of course he cannot move immediately because of our check. So can we somehow deliver the mate first? We can move the here check. He will escape here. And then we can check with the pawn. Or we can immediately threaten the queen. Here the queen cannot move. And the queen, okay, he can take our queen, so not right this. Let's first check here. And okay, now we cannot attack the queen, or maybe we can. So if I attack the queen, this pawn will be lost. So I shall try to attack as planned here. And now white king cannot move back because of the pawn, either to take the pawns, they are protected, so I deliver checkmate with the queen here. Okay. Let's move on. So black threatens to with the rook on the second rank here. So what can we do actually here? Oh, this knight on f6 is preventing nice checkmate here. But can we do something else also? So we can attack the queen with the rook here. He can move with the queen. Okay, but then this knight will no longer be protected. We are attacking with both queen here and rook here. So let's try to attack the queen here. No. What can we do here? Maybe this? Oh yes. Maybe this. So now there is a check, of course. And actually checkmate threats, but we can place the bishop here. No. So how can we do this? Maybe this. Yes. Yes. So here is the next puzzle. We can take the rook immediately. But we are pretty much equal then. And black is also threatening with this move. If we takes, he promotes. If we not take, he also promotes. So what can we do here? What can we do here? Okay. I shall probably need the rook on the other side of the pawn. So let's try to protect this first. Is there something else missing here? Okay. Okay, I can't see anything else. Let's try to protect this here. No. No, no. Let's try to protect here. No. This is not no good. It is good. Okay. And what can I do now? Sacrifice the rook here and continue with the checks. If I take, he will promote. If I maybe go back. Yes, go back. Oh. So let's try one more. So okay. What can we do here? We have just taken the rook on a8, so we actually only need to protect our queen here. And how can we do that? Okay, how can we do that? black is threatening to attack our queen here. And then we cannot escape at all. So maybe simply to protect with the bishop here, and also to attacking this pawn here. I guess this is correct. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's try. Yes, it is. That was all for today. Thanks for watching. Please write comments. Maybe you want some other stuff about chess except of puzzles. We shall see soon in the episode 3. I plan so far 2 episodes per week. Goodbye.